So Argentine culture, it's a lot more different than Hispanics or Mexicans or Spaniards or from different countries. They're all pretty different, even though they're all basically Latins. And so Argentina had some different like hand signals that they would do. One of them was they would do ojo, like, and that just meant like careful, watch what you're doing, watch what you're saying. So they would do that sometimes. And then there was also this one, which it looks kind of bad, but down there it just means I don't know. And then there was, what was another one? Oh yeah, there was this one. And it just means like what's your problem? Like, what's going on? And it's really funny when they do it. Their culture and their personalities are very similar to Greeks too, I noticed. So like sometimes they'll go like this when they're talking to somebody else, and that's pretty cool too. A lot of the women down there, some of them don't work. They stay in the house and they take care of the kids, and a lot of times they'll just be ironing or doing laundry, and laundry takes at least half a day down there. They don't have washing machines or dryers. The ones that do are a lot more wealthier than the normal people. So us as missionaries, we didn't have a washing machine or a dryer either. We had a kind of a bucket thing that spun around and washed our clothes, but did a good job, did a decent job. You just have to fill it up with water from a garden hose, and then you throw your clothes in, pour some laundry detergent in there, and it just spins around for like 20 minutes. And then whenever it's done, you drain the water, you take your clothes out and you wring them out, and then you hang them up on a line. And whenever they hang up on the line, they can come out wrinkled, but one of my companions taught me to just shake your clothes out before you wring it up on the line, and it'll take care of the wrinkles. So a lot of the women spend lots of time ironing and cooking. That's just the custom and the culture down there while the men go to work. So a lot of times with that, it was hard to find families and homes all at once because people were just out and about, and usually we could find the mom and the kids at home, but then we wouldn't be able to teach the husband because he was always working late. So we weren't allowed to drink caffeine or Coke or mate on our missions, and those are huge customs down there. They drink lots of soda and they drink lots of mate all the time. In the summer and the winter, just whenever they'll always be drinking mate. There's also it's a colder version of mate with ice, and it's called tereré. They drink that during the summer a lot whenever it gets hotter. So the people are just really, really nice, very humble, very sweet, and they accept you immediately and consider you family, and they want to share things with you because that's the way that they express their acceptance. And so they'll want to share mate and pass things to you, but most of them by now know as missionaries that we don't do that. Some of them still question it, and you just tell them politely, as missionaries we're not allowed to do that right now while we're serving here. And then just you can still express your love to them and your appreciation for them wanting to share with you those things. We also weren't allowed to drink tea in the mission. Our mission president made that clear. The different types of tea we weren't allowed to drink, but we were allowed to drink herbal tea, chamomile tea, things like that. So one of the things that my trainer taught me to do was to just carry around a different type of tea bag. There's a tea down there called manzanilla, and that's very safe for missionaries to drink. So we would carry tea bags around like that in our scripture bag, and then if we were offered tea, we would say, oh yeah, here we have a tea bag, and it didn't offend the people at all. They were fine with it. But it just allowed for us to be able to drink that tea and sharing that with them, but also be able to avoid drinking a wrong type of tea or having to tell them that we couldn't drink that type of tea. The people are very, very friendly, and they're very loving, and they're very touchy-feely. They appreciate hugs, and they appreciate terms of endearment, and they love just lots of signs of emotion, anything that you can do to make them feel loved. They appreciate that a lot. They're very sensitive and humble people. It's different from us as Americans, because I feel like we're a little more standoffish, especially as missionaries. Whenever you put the plaque on, you're definitely tend to be a little bit more standoffish because we're shaking hands all day and kind of keeping our distance from things. But the women, especially the mothers and the wives, they like to be cared for and known that know that you care for them as sister missionaries, and that you're willing to do things for them and their family, and that you're there to help them. And it just shows them a lot more whenever you're a little more touchy-feely with them, because that's how they communicate.